thing is that I deleted a whole bunch of stuff off of my computer so that it would hopefully run faster, and then immediately re-downloaded a whole bunch of Sims expansion packs, so it might be running slower than it did when I first started this process.
So you're at a net negative at
Something
the end of the day.
Listen, they released a Horse Girl expansion pack. You can have horses in The Sims now.
They have added. Is there such thing as too much content? Because I think The Sims are approaching it.
No, but also I'm a completionist, so I will own every pack.
That's a. I thought my vinyl collection addiction was bad and an expensive habit, but that might have me beat.
Well, the thing is that I have like an EA account or whatever. Like I don't
of all the accounts to have of all the companies, that's one of the worst.
Well, it comes with my Xbox Live membership. You also get EA Play. So not only do I have the EA Play discount for my Sims content, I still wait until it's like on sale. So I get it for cheaper.
Yeah, but it's EA. It's of all, if I was going to give my money to anyone, EA would be probably below Satan.
Yeah, well, I get it with my Xbox Live because I have the Xbox Live Ultimate. So I have like Xbox Game Pass and Games with Gold and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, but they managed to take the beautiful game of NHL and destroy it completely. I don't even need to ask. Are there microtransactions in Sims? Probably.
No, only if you want to buy like packs and stuff, but you don't have to in order to play the game.
Well, you don't have to do it in NHL, but that's the only thing that they put all of their resources to is to Ultimate Team and pay us more money. Apparently, that $70 that we spend on the base game isn't enough.
Yeah, but with The Sims, it's just like, do you want these things? If you don't want them, you don't have to buy them. Like there's this game pack. It's like the Dream Wedding game pack or something that I refused to buy, flat out refused to buy for years because I don't make my Sims get married. I just build houses.
Well, are you really playing The Sims then?
I mean, I do occasionally, like, I have, like, one legacy family that I like. If I'm playing The Sims, I'm playing one of the members from that legacy family. Mm-hmm. But I think it's, like, a total of my, like, 90-something thousand hours of gameplay. I probably have only played, like, 600 hours of like actually playing The Sims. The rest of it is just like creating characters and never playing with them and build mode.
There we go. Anyway, we're in double digits now. Did you realize that? This is episode 10. This is episode 10 of Taps.
You know, I make the thumbnail every week. I still never know what episode.
And it never clicked that like, oh hey, 9 next week is 10. Oh, no, milestones.
I keep having to look at the last thumbnail that I made to determine what the next episode number should be.
It also says in the corner up there. Do you see that?
I see
Taps 10. Yeah.
No, I see recording 4 minutes 9 seconds.
It doesn't say Taps 10 above where it says recording.
No.
This must be a me feature then, I guess. Anyway, it's episode 10. We are still right in the middle of the division finals. I think things take a little bit longer in the AHL than they do otherwise, but you know what? It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So let's get after it. The theme of the day is just it's the Wild West. It's all loud on the Western Front. And yeah, I can't say it's all quiet because it's playoff hockey. Like that wouldn't make sense, right?
You could say nothing's quiet on the Western Front.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it even didn't really make sense to talk about a war like that. Like, oh no, it's all quiet. Like, you might want to check your reports again because do you realize the whole war that's just called great outside?
Yeah, intelligence what it is now back then.
Yeah, you had to rely on reports from carrier pigeons and all that. But
Yeah,
not in this day and age. We
the
have
CIA wasn't invented. Fun fact: the CIA wasn't invented until after World War II.
that makes sense. But yeah, we got a lot of Western Conference action going on here. Well, let's kick it off with the series that's
For
just as over as it was as quickly as it started. Coachella Valley taking on the Ontario Reign. And the forecast didn't call for a lot of rain in this one because 3 games, the team that hadn't lost in the postseason postseason, and 3 straight L's, and now they're done.
well, it's like the
Yeah.
second you lose, you don't stop losing.
Right. They really should have just kept that winning streak going.
Honestly, like,
Yeah.
at what point?
Like, why take that? Why take that L? Now you're just carrying that momentum to just blah 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 blah.
Negative momentum, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was, I mean, real tough series there, obviously for Ontario. Just I can't really fault them in a lot of ways, maybe other than Hayden Hodgson going crazy and getting kicked out 15 seconds after scoring a power play goal,
Yeah.
kind of destroying his team's comeback attempt there in game 2. But game 3, it comes back home. The Reign go up 2-0, and Coachella does Coachella things. There's just too much Firebirds in this one, I think, for the Reign to handle.
Yeah, I mean, they got outplayed, like, plain and simple. And it's not that they went down without a fight. Like, they 100%, like, did their very best, stood their ground, worked with what they had. But it's just like the Firebirds they're rolling. They're outplaying everybody and making it look like Pee-wee. Like, it's they're such a hot team, and it's not just because their mascot's on fire, or also named Fire in Spanish.
Fuego is one of my favorite mascots in the entire league. It just the chaotic energy that comes with having to be the new guy and having to set yourself, aside from the pack right off the get-go. I'm all here for it. But yeah, it was a mixture of, I mean, we're well familiar with how Coachella attacks you by, year 2 here now of the Firebirds. But what a story Chris Dreidger's been in this postseason. He was one of the 3 stars and all 3 of those victories. Massive performance from him. And after having his knee blown out just a couple years ago, he's really making a name for himself down there in Coachella. And he's just been nothing short of phenomenal early on here in this postseason. Ontario, I mean, they have the offensive firepower, especially, Sam Fujimo, Alex Turcotte. We spent a lot of time on that, but they just, if you're not in Dreger's face, and if he's seeing the puck, he's gonna stop it. So I just, again, too much Coachella. You can try it. It's always easy to say, oh, just get in front of Dreger, but then when Coachella's defense is like, no, you're not.
Knocking you off of the puck and then turning around and scoring 2 goals. Hello, Cale Fleury. Welcome to the playoffs. Like, it's hard to beat a team where being the new guys on the block, being like that they have not been around each other for that long, that they have that much chemistry, that they know exactly what everybody else on the ice is going to do, and very rarely do they give up any like super bad mistakes where it's like, that was very stupid. I don't know what we were thinking. That's not how we play hockey. You rarely have to worry about that with Coachella. It's this impressive quality of, like, sure, they're almost brand new, but it's like I don't know, they're going on like retreats to the Girl Scout camps where they're braiding each other's hair and doing trust falls, and that one thing where everybody gets tied together and then tangled up in a knot, and then you've got to untangle the knot by communicating with each other. Was I the only one who did that? Was I the only one in Girl Scouts here?
Of the 2 of us, yes. You were.
Yeah, but it's like they've really worked, like, and it's so evident just with the way that they play hockey. Like their chemistry as a team doesn't matter which lines they're rolling. It doesn't matter which defensive pairing is out there with those lines. It doesn't matter what is happening. Their team chemistry it's incredible to watch. It's awe-inspiring, and I feel like their coaching staff should like travel around and give seminars to the rest of two leagues of professional hockey for how to build chemistry with their players.
It's been evident kind of since day one with this team, going back to last year's inaugural season, just how dialed in that the coaching staff can get this entire roster, which has a glutton of talent from the top to the bottom. It's not like they're like, the scrappy team that might not have all the skill. They have all the skill in the world, but when you combine that with the will that like we're gonna outwork you on top of just inherently having the talent to back it up, it's a tough combo to beat. And this is a team that was one goal away from a Calder Cup last year, and they're very much on their way to at least getting another shot at it in the finals this year, because they look about as good as anyone, including Hershey right now, then in these playoffs.
Yeah, I want to know what was sold to them. Like, what was it when the team got together after the preseason last season, when it's like, all right, this is who our team is going to be, because you have, players that are carried over from last season who obviously bought into whatever it was that was being sold to them. I want to know what it was. What was the pitch? What is it that's got you so like ready and willing to work for not only your teammates but for your coaching staff and like for just the organization? Like, what was it? What was the bill of sale that was given to you? Like, I want to know.
Well, living in Palm Springs, California, in the middle of December and January, that doesn't suck.
No,
so that's
to live in Palm Springs in May. Why is it 93 degrees outside right now? It's May.
Because you're in Texas.
It's 93 degrees and humid.
You're in Texas.
It's May. Usually we'd be hovering around like 82.
All right, well, the planet's on fire too, so you got to take that into consideration. There are more humans on the planet than ever before. Have you ever been in a room full of people? It is hot.
No, I can help it, but yeah.
Well, we can't help being on this planet, so imagine that on a planetary scale. There's a lot of heat coming off, where there are more people that are alive now than like have ever existed beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people. Anyway, we're talking fire, we're talking heat. Who's not hot right now? Do you want to know? I'm not even just going to talk about the Griffins power play.
Is it the Griffins power play?
The Griffins offense. It's 30 minutes of gameplay in Game 3 on home ice. Guess how many shots on net the Grand Rapids Griffins, last time I checked, a professional hockey team, have on the Milwaukee goaltender Yaroslav Askarov?
6.
4.
Oh, I was being
4. Okay. They're on pace to have 8 shots in this game.
Oh, and it's
professional hockey team, allegedly. I won't say allegedly. They are
paid to play hockey.
Yes. So
it's allegedly in the Gen Z colloquial use of the phrase, wherein allegedly hereby means yes, but I don't like it.
Exactly. It's after the highs of Game 1, it's been a very difficult series here for the Griffins. They got punched in the mouth in Game 2. I mean, on top of just the gameplay and everything, then you have Zach LaRue, who's just a man on fire right now. Speaking of heat, 7 goals in 7 1/3 playoff games, adding insult to injury, trash talking Sebastian Cossa on top of it. And you expected some pushback from the Griffins after that. Like if someone's up there, like at the top of the crease talking trash to my goalie, you're probably eating lumber the next time I'm going out in the shift there. Now, I am a beer leaguer. I am not a professional hockey player, so it's a bit of a different mindset. But you'd figure that kind of getting disrespected would bring out some kind of fire out of this team, and it's been so uninspired for now. You're going on now 5 periods of hockey. Newsflash. If you're going to dump the puck into the zone, you got to have someone that's going to go in there and get it. Dump and chase works only if you have someone who's going to chase the puck. Or if you're going to chase the puck, you got to shut down the lanes going the other way because, okay, I see he's forechecking over there. There's no help over there. Milwaukee's exiting the zone way too easy. Your forecheck isn't getting home. You can't generate any offense. Your power play, I haven't even gotten to the power play. Oh, my Lord. I can't even begin to talk about it. Like, just the lack of creativity. The fact that Milwaukee has as many shorthanded goals as you have power play goals against a goalie in that. How the Griffins where they are is kind of a little baffling to me right now. How are you?
I think the Griffins, I think Laval rocketed their way into the playoffs, and it's like that the unsustainability of that strategy is currently on display for another team, which is just really vindicating for me. Because I was right. But yeah, no. I don't know. I could not begin to tell you what's up with the Griffins. This is a team that's been like really hot and cold this season, and when they're hot, they are red hot, and when they're cold, they're like at absolute 0. They're using the Kelvin scale. Not like it's I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And it's the Admirals. We cannot discredit the Admirals. The Griffins did just score.
That's it's easy enough to just say like, oh yeah, just put the puck in the net.
Yeah,
yes.
But they did score. So there's that.
Oh, I'm glad my stream's way behind.
I just got it up on the.
Yeah, no, I'm like I'm okay. Now it's coming up. Okay, what?
Oh, they did that. Anywho,
I'm clearly going back and forth on the screens here.
No, it's okay.
Okay, hey.
Hey, look,
maybe the key is to just me go on absolutely unhinged rants about how terrible this team is at producing offense, and that's the key. Like some kind of energy just exuded from me into like that happened in real time, folks. I could not write that any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was William Verlinder. Wow. 5th shot of the game, and the Griffins get one by. They caught him sleeping. You know what? I love that strategy. Just lull him to sleep, and then when the goalie's not expecting it, 6th shot of the game. Oh, hey, scores 2-1 win. Getting that shot 45-6.
It's very much a.
It works in NHL all the time because our beloved EA loves to absolutely tilt the game towards the kids that have absolutely no skill.
Hey, Johnny Berger's got an assist.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? That man's an absolute. I'm pretty sure he's got a point in every postseason
Where's
game.
the bobblehead?
You know he's not far away. He's right there. Look how happy he is.
We gotta cheer Drew up somehow.
I'm slightly cheered up. I'm not happy with the way that we've gotten to this point, but you know what? Like I said, if they get outshot 45-6, but they win 2-1.
Yeah, it's the hot and cold. It's like I don't know, like the dichotomy of the Grand Rapids Griffins is hot and cold. But again, we're not going to take away from the Admirals. I mean, they are working super hard. They're taking all of those weaknesses and holes that the Griffins have, and they're using it against them. They're playing the correct kind of hockey to disrupt the Griffins.
And I've talked to Coach a little bit about making adjustments. Milwaukee's an incredible, on top of being deeply talented and incredibly pesky, I'll say.
Yeah,
Say they're very pesky.
Say nice things about the Griffins or the Admirals.
The
Griffins.
They were the number one team in the division for a reason. I'm not just like saying this is a complete blowout of the Griffins.
Pesky is a compliment in hockey, though.
Absolutely.
Disruptive is a compliment. It's really bad to see disruptive on your third grade report card. It's great when that's how you're describing your hockey team.
But I believe that after game one, Milwaukee made the adjustments on the bench. And I was talking with Coach, mostly the focus was the power play there on, at what point are you, okay, this is our game and we're going to stick with it. And this isn't working. We need to make adjustments. Because I know this is your game and this has gotten you to this point, but it is not working and adjustments need to be made. And, Milwaukee made those adjustments. Milwaukee was not afraid to make those adjustments. Yaroslav Askarov was the guy who got them there into that number one spot. 2 bad games. See ya, bud. You're sitting on the bench. Troy Grosnick, 3 straight wins. Bad game 1 against the Griffins. See ya, bud. You're on the bench. And Milwaukee is not afraid to go on that rotation because they have that belief in both of these guys that if you're not going to bring your A game, okay, cool. Guess who is? That guy right there who's about to take your job. And they can make those kinds of adjustments and fix those minuscule little things in their game that turn around a series or it can turn around a season. That's how a team wins 19 straight games. That's how you win your division. This has been a good, consistently good team that's ended up here in the Central Division Finals 3 straight years for as long as I've been on the Wolves beat at least. So they've been here before. They know what they're doing.
And they're rolling right now too. I mean, like they are taking that momentum and even the negative momentum from being absolutely embarrassed in game 1. They're taking even the negative momentum and spinning it and keeping it going and building on it. They're not letting anything be a detraction. And that is how you become a successful hockey team.
The Griffins are just taking penalties after penalties in this one. This is not what you want to do. It's okay. Milwaukee can afford to take penalties because the Griffin power play isn't doing a thing to make them think otherwise. The Griffins cannot because Milwaukee strikes on their man advantage. I know, wild concept, isn't it? So
you're supposed
stay out of the box. You gotta stay out of the box.
You're supposed to score when you have more people?
Allegedly. See,
that's how you use allegedly. I wasn't aware, but apparently I'm from Grand Rapids, not Ohio.
Oh, does he know? I don't know. He knows how to score, but does he know how to get to Grand Rapids? The right Grand Rapids.
Anywhere in Michigan. Probably not.
So, yes, This is a hot and cold team. It's frustrating when it's cold. It's fun when it's hot. That's about as hockey as it can possibly get.
No, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's good hockey. Just because it's frustrating on one side and like super fun on the other, it's good hockey. Like, sure, maybe like you're not playing the best hockey of your life, mythical creatures, but like, at least like, they're not like super like blowout games.
Well, game 2 was. Their 2 losses in the postseason have been, they've kind of become unraveled. And when they play it close, it's W's. When the other team starts getting ahead of them, this team, which is battled back from adversity very often, sometimes it doesn't, and it gets ugly. And it's good to watch. Yep. Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure my stream will get there in about 10 minutes.
Oh, let's on.
Okay, you put a team like Milwaukee on a 5-on-3. Look at that, they score. They score on a power play. What a concept.
So obviously we're not gonna know whether this series gets closed out while we're recording this.
No, not till Friday. It would be.
Yeah. So we're
But
not going to know.
I'll be there. I'll either be. Well, all depends on what happens tonight. But
For the record, we are recording this on Wednesday, May 22nd.
as the game's going on,
As
yes.
the game is live, actually unfolding in front of us. So let's talk the next step. The hypothetical next step for both of these teams. One of the Admirals or the Griffins is going to have to get through the Coachella Valley Firebirds.
And so I'm trying not to put the cart before the horse for either squad. So who's got the better shot at taking Coachella down in this one? If you're asking me now at 8:34, May 22nd in the year of our Lord 2024. If the Griffins are only going to get 6 shots against the Milwaukee Admirals, they might get 3 against Coachella Valley.
Not going to score on all 3 of those. I think right now, Milwaukee looks like the stronger team.
Yes. And I would give Milwaukee the advantage, not the advantage over Coachella, but I think they have the play style to frustrate the Firebirds more so than the Griffins would. The Griffins would just dump and chase, and then Coachella's defense, which excels at getting the puck out, even better in my opinion than Milwaukee, would take that terrible dump and chase game and just move the other way like that. And before Grand Rapids forecheckers are even in the zone, Coachella's already going the other way, and now you're in trouble.
Yeah, they control play through the neutral zone really well. I think though, like that's
speed through the neutral zone, man. Grand Rapids can't skate with that.
It's an interesting kind of like, I think Milwaukee has like the ability to adapt. They also have the ability to slow down the neutral zone, to jam it up, to jam passing lanes, and like what we're really good at is getting bodies in the correct spot. Like Milwaukee has, like, as long as I remember watching Milwaukee play, they've always just had bodies where bodies need to be. I think that's one of the things that makes them so incredibly successful. I think I'm so sorry, Andrew, but not only would Milwaukee and Coachella Valley be the most entertaining matchup, it would probably be one of these teams deserves to go up against Coachella Valley, and it's not Grand Rapids.
What, you don't like seeing 3 shots on one side after 10 minutes of play?
No.
It doesn't excite you? Absolute just.
But you know what that would
getting
look like,
bodied in your own zone. That's not fun. I was under the impression that this was fun, that we're having fun here.
It's like 35 minutes into the game, and like Coachella Valley is up like 4, and you somehow have negative points. Like that's what Coachella Valley and Grand Rapids would be.
This team needs to be a case study in the ability to decline penalties. We talked about it before.
They should be able to.
But I need to stress again. When your power play looks like this, you should be able to decline penalties.
Yeah, it's actually like, no, thank you. You should, like, I feel like, okay, so all right, welcome to chaotic, nobody's going to agree with me, and it actually doesn't make any kind of sense, hockey rule amendment proposals with D. That's me. What if you can decline the penalty, right, you still get the opportunity to go up in points, and like the person who the penalty was performed against just automatically gets like a penalty shot. But shootout rules are suspended. You can do whatever you want to do go wild, take two, like you have 2 minutes to perform your penalty shot.
No.
Listen, you take it, you can move backwards, you do whatever, you can take your penalty shot at any time in those 2 minutes. Play continues moving, but at any point within those 2 minutes, you'd be like, all right, we're going to try that penalty shot now.
Like in the middle of play?
Yeah.
No, I do not like that. It's just you got 3 guys just like surrounding you. It's like, no, I picked this moment. Like, no, that doesn't work like that.
Right now. It could.
No, it's not going to.
It could. We still have a trapezoid rule, and Martin Brodeur hasn't even played hockey in years.
Yeah,
rules change all the time, Andrew.
Yeah, well, that was.
Look, if your power play is bad enough to decline the penalty in the first place, you deserve to be as embarrassed as possible.
Well, when you go, what are they, 1 for 15 now on the power play this entire postseason? Oh, I'm sorry. They scored a second absolutely meaningless goal in game 2. But the goalie was in the net, though, so hey. Yeah, that'll look good.
But I mean, like, if your power play is embarrassing enough to consider choosing the penalty shot over an actual power play where you have more men on the ice, you should absolutely be as embarrassed as possible. What if your mascot has to take the penalty shot for you? If you decline the power play, your mascot takes a penalty shot.
Then it would be terrible that the Wolves aren't in these playoffs, because I believe Skates would have the best moves of any mascot out there.
Okay, that's my new rule proposal. If you get a power play, right? A penalty is called against the other team. You may elect to have your mascot take a penalty shot for you.
I could get on board with it.
Okay.
But again, I love mascots. Anytime the mascots are more involved.
Listen up, AHL.
So, okay, we're in agreement. Milwaukee would probably be the better matchup for Coachella.
Yes, and it's feeling like the more likely matchup for Coachella.
Well, unless the Griffins get a power play here. Oh, wait. You said more likely.
Yes.
Okay, yes. If the Griffins get a power play here, yes, it will become more likely.
Definitely more likely, yeah. Because like
refs seem like they're talking about something. I hope it's not to put the Griffins on the power play.
No. Why would I do that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I keep bouncing back and forth between the stream and.
Sorry, this shot map is just wild.
I know, right? Like you see a bunch of shots on the side, you don't see, like, you're like, wait, there's 2 teams playing, right?
Like all of Grand Rapids. Okay. Okay. Why are all of Grand Rapids shots from like the same spot? Is the same player taking them? It's like a parabola up like one side of the ice, whereas like Milwaukee's shooting from everywhere. The point, the slot, face off, right in front of the crease. Like,
yeah, but isn't it more exciting to have less shots? And that way you never know. Hey, anytime it could go in, right?
No. Mm-mm.
If you fire it from everywhere, then it's like you're too predictable. You're like, oh, okay, he's just going to shoot the puck. But if you never shoot all game, and then you finally do shoot, it's such a crazy strategy. It can almost work.
It's just like some Mighty Ducks hockey. You like go out there and you like pretend to shoot, and you're like, oh, my lace is untied, and then you just like never let them know your next move.
Look, if anyone could do it, it's him. Okay, have you seen this guy on and off the ice? There's the most. Oh my god, I missed the guy's name. Who's the Averman? He's the most Averman Swedish personality out there. He would be the one. Yanni Burgers would be the absolute perfect
to debut the shoes untied drop pass for a goal.
He'd make it happen, I swear. If anyone could, it's him.
What other? Okay, Grand Rapids. I am free tomorrow, Thursday. Tomorrow when I am free. If you would like to go over some possible trick plays. There's the flying V. Probably not that effective. Just so if you're wondering. Have you attempted to have your goalie take a slap shot from the face-off circle?
Why not?
Have we tried that yet?
I wonder how many of these, how many shots do they have now? 9. Wow, they're almost at double digits after 2 periods of play.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of those registered were like dump-ins from their own end on a penalty kill that just happened to hit Askarov. Anything in the shot yet? No.
Milwaukee does have one of those from behind the blue line toward the other net. Or the red line, like the goal.
I was hoping for it to be even,
it's
more
great.
lopsided.
It's great. It's like a whole bunch of like really far away. Like there's like a right triangle, like a right angle triangle, right? The Pythagorean one.
Yes.
Up here toward the blue line, just with like sparse shots. And there's a few right on the crease, right? Couple from the face-off dots. Those are all shots and some goals, right? Those are all Grand Rapids. They are all blue. And then in the middle of all of those, behind the goal line, is an orange shot. And that is Milwaukee. It was a shot.
Thank the Lord for Sebastian Coe, because this should be way worse than 2-1. I'm just gonna say that. Sebastian Coe, Seabass is the reason they won game 1, kind of. I mean, Marco Casper really showed up, but it really was Seabass. And then he had no help game 2. Game 3, no help again. But if the Griffins are going to do anything in this one, he's got to continue to be spectacular, which is tough to put on a young goalie, but
and he can only stand for so long before the blood just like all rushes over there and he gets like super lightheaded and dizzy, and then he'll like what use is he gonna be?
Don't put that kind of energy on him.
Well, I said he was standing on his head. That is speak for he's a good goalie.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard you talking about like misallocation of like blood in his body, and
because if you stand on your head for too long, all of like the gravity, like the blood rushes to your head, and then you get dizzy and lightheaded, and you pass out. What good is that? Anyway, Coachella Valley, Milwaukee, most likely scenario.
Most likely.
Say on the off chance that it is Grand Rapids. What do they have to do to stand a chance? Don't say the power play, because if you say the power play, I quit.
Okay, so it can't be score on the power play, and it can't be generate more than 4 shots in a period.
No, what's the easiest solution for them to come up with so that they can be like, hey, what's up? We're Grand Rapids. We remembered how to play hockey.
It's kind of against their identity a little bit, but hold on to the puck, okay? If like I realize how that came out like after I said it. What I meant was like don't just like mindlessly dump and chase it.
Watch the giveaways. Make sure you maintain possession.
No, like more just like hold it and like carry the puck in instead of just like
zone entries.
Yeah, no, that's
entries, you mean
right. Less than just like don't turn it over. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. The turnovers haven't really been like a terrible part of their game in this one. It's just been they can't retrieve the puck when they dump it in. And then they let Milwaukee go to work when they have the puck, because Milwaukee does set up in the offensive zone. They don't just like, I'm within shouting distance of the red line, flip, Oh, hey, look, there's the most mild of pressure on me. Flip. Oh, I'm just their first reaction isn't to just flip the puck in deep. And it makes them versatile, and it makes them hard to predict, and it makes them dangerous. If you're gonna ride the sea bass and you're gonna beat Milwaukee and you're gonna go 7 rounds potentially with Coachella, they hold on to the puck better than just about anyone in this league. They grind you down with offensive possession after offensive possession. I watched the Wolves do it clinically when they went on their Calder Cup run. Oh, that puck, hold it. The best defense is to keep the puck 200 feet away from your net. And if your puck's in the offensive zone for 40 minutes a night, guess what? It's not near your goalie. That's great defense.
Yeah,
it's not great defense. That's what they have to do.
Yeah, they can't score if they don't have the puck.
Exactly.
Now you could put it in your own goal, but like they didn't do that score.
Look, I don't want to put that kind of energy out there. They already have enough issues with the puck in their own end. Let's not start making Sebastian Costa's life even worse. God, I got to cover this third period. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We're here to have fun.
You got this. It's fine. Yeah. No. All right. So I know Calder's calling spoke about the East. But do you think, I don't want to say the thing, but do you think that Coachella Valley's the one? I don't want to say it because I don't have any real wood to knock on, but do you think we see...
I like their look at a revenge tour, but I'm going to reserve judgment until the conference finals. Because who knows? Maybe Milwaukee, maybe they're feeling it. We'll see.
Do we think if they are that Milwaukee's the one?
They look like the one right now.
Could Cleveland be the one?
Cleveland could I was very high on Cleveland early on in the season.
Could Syracuse be the one?
It's crunch time. At this time, if it was any team, why not? Why not Syracuse? Could Hartford? No.
Nope.
I wanted it. I wanted it for them.
And then they ruined it.
Oh, Providence, we're never gonna let you live that down.
Oh,
ever.
I'm looking for a new king. I need fresh blood.
Yes.
All right,
but we're probably gonna have a rematch.
We've got to figure out this series for the West. The East is figuring out their stuff. This time next week, we will know who is playing in the Western Conference Final. We will be here to talk about all of that with all of our opinions.
Oh, little Western Conference Final action next week. Oh boy.
Speaking of the Western Conference,
I'm hyped. I'm ready for it.
I got my NHL Western Conference perfect. I messed up the East. I was wrong about everything in the East, but I was perfect in the West.
The West I'm a little biased, but I like the West.
Must be because I spend so much time talking about the AHL West.
That's right. The wild, wild West. Well, I'm Andrew.
I'm D. Allegedly.
And this is allegedly D?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
That pun hit way too hard than I was going to admit. Anyway, this has been another episode of Taps this week.
The 10th one!
Yeah, double digits.
We're 10 years old. And by years, I mean episodes.
I was going to say, like, man, we age quick. I thought the whole dog years thing was like this. We're 70 episodes in and dog episodes.
It's podcast years.
Thank you all for joining.
65 days.
We'll catch y'all next week.
I'm D. And we're not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Have a great weekend, folks.
But we should be.